Michael, there's been a conversation this year ongoing about the approval process between Mike Wallace and Elio, Catherine, Casey Mears is now also involved. You know, where do you see the approval process in NASCAR? You've obviously raced multiple different kinds of cars. You made the leap from ARCA yourself to Cup. Do you think there needs to be a different process? Are you fine with how things are? How do you see it?
Well, I can tell you what my process was as far as back then, and I don't know if it's the same now, is I had to, I signed my Cup deal with MWR before I ever stepped into a truck or Xfinity car or a Cup car, right? So I knew I was going Cup racing. We just didn't know how we were going to actually get there. And so I had to run a truck race at Martinsville to be approved to run an Xfinity car or Nationwide car or whatever it was at the time at a bigger track. And I think I ran Phoenix in the Xfinity car, and then I ran Texas in the Xfinity car. And before I could run the Cup car at any of those other tracks, I had to run Daytona in an Xfinity car. Like, that was the process. I had to do all the different tracks in lower series in order to do that. And so that was the approval process then. And I don't know if it's the same. And, you know, I know what you're asking, and it's a tough question to ask because, you know, Elio's a world-class race car driver, and he should be approved. I mean, it'd be crazy to think that he wouldn't. Now, does that mean that he has a ton of experience in our cars and is prepared for every single situation and every single dirty air situation and all those things? No, but either was Kyle Larson at the Indy 500. Right? There's certain things that if you don't do it all the time, you're just not going to know and you're not going to have. Mike Wallace, he's a tremendous speedway racer. Out of all the places that you could run him, you could probably run him there pretty confidently and not think about it, just because of the amount of experience he has in all the different situations. Casey Mears, I mean, I have no problem with Casey Mears driving. He's done 490 Cup starts and is a great race car driver, and he's not that far removed from it. So I don't think we've missed it. I don't think it's an issue, but you're putting a lot on a driver to know all these different aspects in a one-off situation. Same with Catherine, too. She's a world-class race car driver, driven all over the world in all different types of race cars. I don't feel like she's underqualified, but she doesn't have the experience situationally in our cars. And I don't know how much racing would, if she did an Xfinity race at Phoenix, I don't know if that would change anything.